What's good, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony, aka the Senator of Chaos and Controversy, and I'm here with a reaction video. And this video, even though this stand-up comedy was done a while ago, years ago, you could tell by how young Chris Rock was in this. But this is a video based on his perspective of you don't want to be in the same shoes, basically, as a black person, no matter where you are or what position you are in life. As a black person, you're not going to trade places. Now, hopefully this doesn't get monetized, because when I did it wasn't really a reaction video to the Demolition Man with the Wesley Snipes, analogy as to why cops have this overall perspective of how black men are, and why they come at us with such aggression. So I want to take a dive into this reaction video, okay? So
racism everywhere, everybody pissed off. Black people yelling racism. White people yelling reverse racism. Chinese people yelling sideways racism. And the Indians ain't yelling shit cause they dead. So everybody bitch about how bad they people got it. Nobody got it worse than the American Indian. Everybody need to calm the fuck down.
you know, when I talk about race, like I dive into like asking questions that I don't think nobody really takes the time out to ask. Like when we all make the reference or um, bring up like slavery or segregation and the civil rights movement, I've always begged the question, like, where were all these other ethnic groups during this timeline? Like, where were the Indians? Well, I know they were talking about Indians during 1705 when they were making interracial relationships illegal and stuff like that. And I've read up on that, and they were talking about, how it was prohibited, for Indians to be involved with this or black people to be involved with whomever, whatever. And like, there's a vague, how should I say, a detailed insight as to like where other ethnicities were placed during these time periods that we all bring up as a topic of discussion when we talk about the injustices and stuff like that. And I know, watching some documentaries, watching some films or movies that say based on true events or whatever the case may be, where you see how Indians were, and I guess, well, I would say, I guess during the time of filmmaking, you only did get to see cowboys and Indians, when you were watching the old Western movies and stuff like that. But their portrayal, you can't say it was accurate, you know what I'm saying? Because it was done for TV. Um, but yeah, anyway.
Indians got it bad. Indians got it the worst. You know how bad the Indians got it? When's the last time you met two Indians? You ain't never met two Indians. Shit, I have seen a polar bear ride a fucking tricycle in my lifetime. I have never seen an Indian family just chilling out at Red Lobster.
Because they're on reservations
Everybody want to say
or in
they fine.
casinos.
Shit, I see trees every fucking day. I don't never see no Indians. I went to the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade this year. They didn't even have enough Indians for that shit. They had a bunch of pilgrims. When it came time for the Indians, they had 3 real Indians, and the rest was a bunch of Puerto Ricans with feathers in their hair.
Yo, hold up. Yo, you know something? He brings up a good point, because whenever there are portrayals of Indians, it used to be like, white men back in the day, getting like painted with some type of complexion. They play the roles of Indians or whatever during those Western films or TV shows or whatever the case may be. But you do see a lot of Hispanics, Puerto Ricans, or whatever you want to call it to be politically correct, um, that do portray Indians instead of actual Indians. Like coming from actual tribes. Whether they're recognized or unrecognized. Yeah, but yeah. My best friend is Puerto Rican.
Pocahontas, that's Jennifer Lopez.
AKA Selena.
Right, racism everywhere. Who's the maddest people? White people. Not y'all. Y'all are right. Pay money to see.
You notice how, when he makes the generalization, then he has to backpedal, right? Just to make a point to say, okay, wait a minute, not all white people, but you know who I'm talking about, the angry ones, the ones who are always upset about something. Now, how is what he said back then is relevant to today? What's going on today? Always want to take up issue with something that they feel affects them, but don't care about what affects other people. I find that interesting. Let him
We
continue.
cool. The feud is over. Nah, you watch the TV. You watch like
It was over.
White people pissed off, man. Mad. The white man thinks he's losing the country. You watch the news like we're losing everything. We're fucking losing. Affirmative action and illegal aliens, and we're fucking losing the country. Losing? Shut the fuck up. White people ain't losing shit.
Now, how long ago was this stand up? How long ago was this stand up? Now, explain to me how what he's saying back then isn't relevant to today. And that's the attitude. That is the attitude that I find to be conveniently expressed. But now they packaged it different. Now they want to say critical race theory. Oh, you teaching people how to be racist. No. Like the Germans said in Germany, the reason why they teach the Holocaust is so that these actions that had took place in Germany will never happen again. The reason why they teach certain events in history, which they really don't accurately in detail do anyway, you have to find that out for yourself, as I've explained before, so when you get to like maybe college level. And then you start taking these classes that talk about society and stuff like that. And what are the factors that play a part in certain dynamics of, injustices versus, who the bias perception and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But it always seems like whenever there's something to be brought up, the first person I want to stand up and say, oh, no, this isn't right, this isn't right. It isn't black people, because what black people do is respond. We don't initiate, we respond. But our response always seems to get shut down, or when a conversation is brought up, it gets deflected with rebuttals, with condescending tones and stuff like that. I've said this repeatedly, and I will continue to say this repeatedly. But coming from a comedian with, Chris Rock's, mannerisms, and how in his presentation on how he delivers, these subject matters. Come on now. So what was observed back then is taking place right now.
If y'all losing, who's winning?
Who's in control? Because we damn sure enough ain't in no position of power to control shit.
It ain't us. Have you driven around this motherfucker? It ain't us. Shit. Shit, there ain't a white man in this room that would change places with me. None of you. None of you would change places with me, and I'm rich.
That argument to the point that he made right there was powerful. And for people who don't understand what he meant by that, is because nobody, I don't care if you're Hispanic, I don't care if you're white, I don't care if you're Asian, Indian, when you see how black people are perceived, the stereotypes, the prejudices, the treatment, and I ain't talking about like the bougie black people that feel like they're detached from the black community and feel like, oh, we're not one of them, Oh, I'm so much domesticated. Oh, I'm more civilized. I'm so civilized. If you want to understand what I mean, y'all need to check out that movie with John Travolta, White Man's Burden, and you'll see the role reversal and understand the boot. And it's not really role reversal because you do have them particular type of black people that are like that, snooty as all fuck, and act like, you know, even though my skin shows that I'm black, I am not one of them. Until they get a reality check, and then it's just like, oh, I need somebody to come help me. I need the NAACP. I need these people that are civil rights activists to come help me fight this injustice. But now all of a sudden you black because you got your ass whooped, or you got called the N word, or you was treated like, you know, what people saw you as. Now all of a sudden you want people to side with you, but since you don't turn your back and said that no, you wasn't black, you alone. Go fight your own battles. I'm just saying.
That's how good it is to be white. There's a white one-leg busboy in here right now that won't change places with my black ass. He's going, nah, man, I don't want to switch. I want to ride this white thing out. See where it takes me. That's right. So when you white, the sky's the limit. When you black, the limit's the sky. That's right, man. Now, when it comes to racism, you know who the most racist people are for real? The real most racist people? Old black men. You find a brother over 60. I know some of you white people know an old black man. You go, oh, Willie at the job, he's so nice. Willie hates your guts. Nothing more racist than an old black man. You know why? Because an old black man went through some real racism. He didn't go through that I can't get a cab shit. He was the cab. White man just jump on his back. Main Street.
Yo, and that's what I'm talking about, because I said it before in my other videos. I pointed this out. Okay, like I said, my dad had said to me when I was, you know, a young kid growing up. He said I grew up in North Carolina, you know, and I've been around racist individuals, and he was telling me the difference between the racism, you know, in the South versus like the North. He said how most people are basically in the South. You know, he said I could respect a person who don't like me because I'm black and tell me to my face versus one of those people that just smile and make it seem like, you know, they're friendly with you, and then as soon as you turn your back, they talking shit about you. You know what I'm saying? He said I can respect a racist that is racist to my face than one of them in the closet type racist motherfuckers that, you know, appear to be like, oh, I'm kumbaya, yes, you know, we are human, bro. We're you know, man, we're Americans, you know. We're the human race, you know. But as soon as, you know, you get some distance from that, it's like, man, fuck that nigga, man. Fuck him, you know. And my dad's dealt with that on both sides of the fence. So.
Left, nigga! Left, nigga! Left, you fucking nigga! You know what's wild about the old black man, though? Old black man, he ain't gonna let you fuck up his money. You know, every old black man sees the old white man, the old black man always kisses the old white man's ass. Like, how you doing, sir? Pleased to meet you. Whatever I can get you, you let me know. Soon as the white man get out of sight, he's like, cracker ass cracker. Cracker ass cracker. I'll put my foot in the cracker ass cracker. I wish that cracker would have said some shit to me. Saltine ass motherfucking cracker. Motherfucking cracker. Kiss my ass, you fucking cracker. White man come back. Howdy, sir.
I was saying. Oh my God. So anyway, that's my reaction to that. Um, yeah, a lot of what Chris Rock said, he was on point with. I hope this was entertaining. I don't know if this is gonna get monetized or not, cause now YouTube is taking notice of me. So we'll see when I go to post this. All right. But anyway, until next time, until next video, peace.